For Week 9 in the NFL, we've got a pair of teams that have only matched up 6 times. It's a series tied at 3 games each as the Vikings visit the Ravens. Next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd and through a sea of pyrotechnics. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? On the return, Devin Duvernay. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Ravens offense set to take over and led by a man still just in his 4th season in the NFL, the 2019 MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. So we'll look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
Jackson. He's got his tight end, Oliver. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. Play action. It's Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. From the gun, Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And Jackson throwing once more. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. Jackson to Bateman there. First down, Ravens. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Jackson now. This one swung out to Williams. And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. And defensively, these corners struggled last week. They're struggling again here early on the opening drive.
And you know that was not unnoticed on tape. So when they saw their struggle last week, guaranteed they went right into the game plan, attack them early, see if they're going to play any better, and if not, you keep the pressure on until things change. Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal? That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. Tucker's kick is good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark. And he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Minnesota offense ready to go to work here. Their quarterback in his 10th season overall now, and 4th as a Viking, Kirk Cousins. And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Justin Malabike able to record his 5th sack of the season. I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack. And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend. Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. But that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen. On 3rd down, Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. And Jackson going to have the 1st down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a 1st down. From the pistol, they run it with Murray. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by Stephen Weatherly. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. Slings it to Andrews, and it's complete. The tight end has it. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. They'll run here. It's Murray. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on fourth down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And the Ravens are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Once more, Murray. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Jackson's going to keep it.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
Tucker on for the field goal. A 21-yard attempt.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise as the Ravens push further out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. They find themselves open for an easy touchdown.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off with the Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things going in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking sideline, incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, D.D. Westbrook. Taken from just outside the 30. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. And now out comes Minnesota. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. On play action, Cousins. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Middle of the field to Jefferson. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, it's Cousins. And he's got it. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. They'll run for it with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 3rd and goal now, mere inches from pay dirt. Cousins to throw it. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Tyler Conklin as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the third quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is down to a field goal. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And no return here from Westbrook. This will be a touchback. And the Vikings set to go on offense to begin the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And they would throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. A throw for Thielen once again. This time it's complete. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Bert?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, then curls back inside for the completion.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Quickly to Thielen here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively, but they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Cousins now to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Cousins now. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Joseph's got it. And that will knot us up at 10. So they come away from this opening drive of the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
The return is Duvernay. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game. But, Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense is just kind of getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Sam Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And out will come the offense as they take over. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown pass, but sometimes the touchdown pass stat category, that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really doesn't, not until you balance it with the error side, you know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in control and you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth.
And that's why Dalvin Cook is the Minnesota Vikings featured back. You put the ball in his hands, good things happen. Second in the NFL last year in rushing with 1,557 yards, and that's now back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons with 30 combined total touchdowns. What a player is Dalvin Cook.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Cousins. And he fires one incomplete. Second and 10. We're all knotted up at 10, but it appears that may change soon. Only question is, will they have to settle for 3? Give to Cook out of the gun. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Throwing is Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Madison. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Alexander Madison. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Joseph now to have the PAT. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return is Duvernay. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Now Jackson on first down. And this is going to be incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Jackson. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Jackson on target to Brown for the Ravens' first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Of course, a lot of people in the Twin Cities, and these Vikings fans probably remember Rashad Bateman as he played in college for the Golden Gophers of Minnesota. He had 2,400 yards in just 31 games playing for P.J. Fleck and the Gophers. And then the Baltimore Ravens took him in the 1st round, number 27 overall. To throw again is Jackson. And His throw's going to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. They go play action with Jackson. His throw incomplete. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. Going for the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Cousins on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. On 2nd down now. It's Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. Here it's 3rd and 2. And this will be a Vikings 1st down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Patrick Queen. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
After the sack on 1st down, Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
This afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want from you. That's what we need. Now they have a chance to keep moving forward and a chance to win the game.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. That catch good for only a couple.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards it.
Cousins in step with Jefferson that time. First down, Vikings. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Cousins to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there. And now 4th down. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Open man is Duvernay. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stephen Weatherly in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And incomplete on the deep ball. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a give to Madison. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And he's got room. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
A gain of 13 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Minnesota, they level their mark at 4-4.